Warning, this show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to You Nearly Caught Me Singing. I am Andy Quad, and with me as always is Sam Brooks.
Fucking snow.
Snowmageddon, guys! Look! Snow! Everywhere!
We
It's
established before the
horrendous.
show started that your view is terrible and you can only see grey. That's how bad it is.
It's that
You want to
big.
see fucking snow? Look at my fucking view for a second, shall we? Look, there's some snow. There's some snow for you with one footprint there. You know who left that? Me. That was me, Austin. Because I had to take the bins out in this weather. It's
Blizzard.
awful. It's absolutely awful. The UK is caught in a snowstorm right now, so we thought, what better way to thaw people's spirits than to do what we always do?
Talk about wrestling and stuffs.
Indeed, it is the week after Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
Only one of us has seen it.
Yep.
I'll give you a hint. It's not
It's-
him.
It's not me.
It's me.
Yeah, but I've
I
seen
care about what we do.
I've seen the important bits.
I'm an actual wrestling fan, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been watching New Japan, so
No, you fucking haven't.
yes, I have.
You've been watching Being the
I've been
Elite,
watching-
you cunt.
No, ask him. I've been watching New Japan.
Oh, yeah, prove it. What was their most recent pay-per-view?
I don't know. I saw the one where it had like the Bullet Club fight each other. Honor Rising, I think it was, wasn't it?
Hey, did you enjoy that event?
Yes, I saw the main event. Marty Scurll is
was.
great now.
Oh, yeah. Marty Scurll,
Scurll.
the best Japanese wrestler.
the greatest wrestler. The best wrestler.
You also love Kenneth Omega,
And Cody.
all of the other white people, because you can only pronounce their names.
Wait, I can't pronounce people's names.
Hey, give it a go.
Okay, so
Who's
the
Kenny
person-
teaming with lately?
Kyoto Ibushi? Kota Ibushi. That's it.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. I'm an idiot. So
Yeah.
basically, isn't like the Bullet Club now split up? Is that a thing?
It's complicated. Look, all
Why
right.
do you have to go
Listen.
make things so complicated?
Yeah, all right.
You're
okay.
right, like somebody else gets me frustrated. Hey, I am a great singer because I sung My World perfectly last week. Perfectly.
I sung one song that's quite shit perfectly, therefore I'm the new Adele.
Hello from the other side.
And welcome to our shitty show.
If you don't like this, well, you're not gonna like us, to be honest.
That was terrible.
right.
Let's have a look at the chat, because we don't do enough of that lately. We have Alex King, who says, thoughts on Mysterio facing Cena instead of The Undertaker? Not confirmed. Should preface this, not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
There have been rumors, though. Rumor mills that one Racif Mysterio is potentially close to signing a new deal with the WWE
Oh snap!
based on his performance at the Royal Rumble. Cool. I'm glad. I mean, I liked
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio when I first started watching in like the tail end of 07, which was like after his main event run, but I liked what I saw. I remember him having a good rivalry with CM Punk and the Straight Edge Cult. That was pretty good.
Have you ever seen any of his old WCW stuff?
WCW, I haven't.
Okay, you
I've
need to
only
go-
seen his WWE stuff.
Go and find on the network Eddie Guerrero, which you know is already good, against Rey
Yes.
Mysterio at like it was a Halloween Havoc, but I don't remember what year it is. I think it's like 96, 97. Was it then?
I
It's a
don't
really good
fucking
one.
know, Andy.
Well, go look
Just
it up on the
said.
network, Samuel, and you will find it.
All right, cool.
very
But
good.
yeah, no, Rey Mysterio versus John Cena. Why? What's the
I
point
don't know
behind
why
that?
either. It's not
I
even a
don't get
good
it.
match. They've had matches where, oh yeah, like Rey Mysterio was WWE champion for like
An evening.
an evening, and then Cena was like, and that
Yeah.
happened.
Everyone's still mad about that, by the way. That's like the one thing that everyone is still justifiably angry at Cena over. But
That makes sense.
yeah. No, okay. Cena versus Mysterio, would it be a good match? Sure, but I love a good story, and it would personally, for me, be a better story if Cena fought The Undertaker, who apparently is a shell of his former broken self because he had hip surgery.
Delete.
Yep.
Well, the thing, well, a part of me thinks that the Taker match would be a far bigger match, but the question is, can Taker still do it? Because in last year's match with Roman Reigns, that was terrible. Like, if had Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt not had that abomination, I would say that the Reigns Taker match was the worst one on the night.
And let's be clear, it's not due to Roman Reigns.
No, it's because Taker's old now. Fuck. Like,
Thing is, though, it was all due to his hip. One of his hips.
yes.
Apparently, he's had that problem with him for several years, and it just never got fixed, despite appearing for one night out of the entire year. He just never saw to it. But apparently, in the time since the Reigns match, he's seen to it. I've only heard this from, I think, Alvarez on Twitter, maybe, so it might be complete bollocks. But, that being said, I don't know. Last year was a good send-off, so I don't know about seeing him again. But if we did see him again, I would want it to be the final one. I know we say that every single year, but it needs to be the last time.
I think the issue is that well, Liam wants to join the show. I think the issue is.
Oh shit, we've got to ask Liam if he was
Oh
busy.
crap, Liam! Do you want to be on the show?
Oh, bring him in.
We'll invite you. Invite him. But I'll
Doing it,
tell him.
fuckface. Talk.
I think part of the problem with the Undertaker is that when he lost the streak, he was concussed and had one of the worst matches of his career.
The match with Wyatt was not terrible, but it wasn't his best.
No.
Wasn't even Wyatt's best at that time.
And then
Who did he fight after that? Fuck, who did he fight at WrestleMania 32?
was it Reigns?
No, Reigns fought Triple H that time. Who the fuck did he fight in WrestleMania 32?
That's what I mean. You don't remember. That's half the problem. Who the hell is it?
I'm really thinking hard, and obviously people in the chat will know, but right now I have no fucking clue who he fought at 32. It's just completely gone out of my head.
I'm googling it now.
Who the fuck?
He fought Shane McMahon.
Oh god, he did. I remember now. That was awful. That match meant nothing. Just like
everyone's saying, look at the chat. We were telling you.
Oh right, okay. It's very hard to have a conversation and then have another conversation and then trying to get Liam here as well.
Hello, Liam Dunn.
He fought Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, you're a bit late now.
Oh, sorry. Sorry that the show's not real time and it's like 30 seconds delayed. My fucking bad.
Everyone's saying, look at the chat.
Are you joining us or not?
I'm making dinner. What are you doing?
We're doing the show right now.
Oh, how's it going?
Well, you derailed it slightly, but good.
Oh, mate, something happened at work. It really fucked me off, right?
Thank you. So, moving on. It says, why are you guys live when I'm in class? Again, why are you in class when we're live?
Because Windows updated and I can't do recorded shows anymore.
That's not what she was asking, but okay, thanks for the update.
No.
Janie says, Sam, what is on your face? Okay, enough with the Nelly, enough with the 50 Cent, all right? When you get cuts on your body, you put plasters on them to heal up. I'm an adventurous lad. I'm a dangerous boy. I got a cut on my face while shaving. Shaving, of course, because I'm a man, and men shave, unlike you. So,
I do shave. I electric shave.
Your body doesn't count, mate.
My face. I electric
This
shave
is
my
from
face.
Manly Activities. Shut up. This is from Manly Activities. So I have a manly plaster. They didn't have Hello Kitty ones because they ran out of the store. All right. I'm sure everyone's been wondering why I have this here. Ignore it. Settle. I'm not a rapper, even though I have sick bars. Moving on.
You do not have sick bars.
Kim says that you have been watching Drag Race with her. Yes. How are you enjoying Drag Race? Remember that time last year, ladies and gentlemen, when I went over to City Hall? There was one night where I decided to show Andy the magical world of RuPaul's Drag Race on Keelan Balderson's Netflix.
In my defense,
I'm not finished.
Okay.
And while I was showing him the season 9 queens, you know, Farrah Moan, Sasha Velour, Shea Coulee, all the greats from that season, he was just in the corner, like, cringing, like, why am I here? Why are they so weird? I don't understand. I'm a social justice warrior. And now that you've shacked up with a girl, that's clearly changed. And you're like, ow, Henny, okay.
okay. Basically, one of the things that I didn't understand was they have like their own jargon. So, like for instance, no tea, no shade. I'm currently drinking a cup of tea right now. So, do they mean tea?
No shade, no pink lemonade. Do you even know what that means?
No, I don't. What does that mean?
Tea is truth. No
Why don't
truth
you-
to this statement. No shade. You're throwing shade. Ooh, I'm throwing shade. I'm Andy Kwan.
Right? And like, I was just like, I didn't understand what they were saying half the time. I was just like, what is going on? Like, I just didn't understand. And they were like, sissy that walk. What does that mean? I know that now, but at the time I was like, what is going on?
It's a
Like, I didn't
wonderful song
understand.
by RuPaul.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yes. Listen to some of his back
Explain.
catalog.
Now, sissy that wow.
Great. Yeah, okay. Culture shock at first, but whatever. This isn't
Here's
the
the
Drag
other
Race
thing
show.
about All Stars that I don't like.
All Stars. Okay, this is where former drag queens compete on a magical season.
Okay. Like all the advertising is like all like gold and stuff like that. But then when you go and watch the show, it's like the same intro every time. It's like, this show is brought to you by makeup, a generic makeup brand. And
Anastasia Beverly Hills. You
they will win like £1 million or something. And then guess what? It's the same intro. RuPaul Drag Race, and that's basically all it is. There's no like special intro. It's the same thing.
It's amazing. Yes.
They should have just done like a remix or something. I'm just saying. It just had to.
Liam says Andy doing Drag Race memes is cringe. I agree. Someone who's been watching for a lot longer than he has.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Stop. You're not Laganja Estranja. Leave it. Kim says, can we have a super show about Drag Race, please? Loving this? Maybe. If you demand it enough, we'll do anything for the views and attention. So, we should probably talk about Elimination Chamber, shouldn't we? Actually, yet to do any of that shit.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah, so, what have you seen, Andy?
I've seen Triple H get thrown through a table by Ronda Rousey.
Shock and horror. He's seen the Ronda Rousey segment and nothing else.
No, and Roman Reigns won the Elimination Chamber.
Like we all knew, and yet somehow people are still mad. And I aim to get to the bottom of this by the end of the show. But for now,
I'm not going to lie
from the
to
bottom
you.
up. Let's work from the bottom up. Let's work from the bottom up.
Even on
Okay? So we don't miss anything. Shut up. So we don't miss anything. Bullet Club vs. Shield says elimination trash. It wasn't okay. Here's my thoughts. As someone who's seen the entire pay-per-view, like I wanted to watch it live.
Convince me to watch this.
Okay. I wanted to watch it live, but I fell asleep in the first half hour. That's not my fault. It's their fault for having a pay-per-view on at 1 a.m.
This is also, yeah, fair enough.
So I watched it the next day because I had a day off, thank the Lord. The Women's Elimination Chamber started off, and that was good. That was great. Well, it was okay. For a first Women's Elimination Chamber, it had good spots, it had good storytelling. The final, the sequence of eliminations made sense. You had Absolution go out first, Rose and Deville, then you had Mickey James go out, Then you had Bayley go out after Sasha turned on her.
Oh yeah, that was like
And
the
then you had
Lion
Bliss
King
win.
spot.
Yeah, the Lion King spot.
Yeah.
That was a good moment.
Long
Yeah,
live
good
the king.
storytelling there. So Bliss retained, and all was right in the world, except for people that don't like Alexa Bliss. Bad luck. And then she cut a really good promo. She got all emotional. She started crying, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so happy that I'm able to achieve my dreams as a woman." Blah fucking blah. Same crying promo we've seen every single fucking time. But it then turns into a heel promo on the fans. She suddenly dropped the crying and said, "I'm just so sad that none of you will be able to achieve any of your dreams." Boom. Worked. Swerved. Sold. In that moment in time, I thought, wow, this is a new level of micatry we have from fucking Bliss over here. And then you had Sasha crying on the ring steps because that's all she does.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
She turns heel once, and then she's immediately a face the night after, and then she just cries all the time. I'm not high on Sasha at the moment. I don't get people who are. What do you see
Yeah,
in
I
this?
don't see anything in her anymore. Bliss
Right.
is the greatest.
But yeah, good match. It was good for what it was. I look forward to next year, where hopefully it happens again. But for now, I'm content. So you should at least check that out. For the storytelling, at least. It's pretty good.
Okay. I might check that one out. Next.
Fucking wonderful. Let's have a look at what was next. Okay, it was The Bar versus Titus Worldwide for the Tag Team Championship.
Didn't they do this match on Raw the next night?
They've been doing this match for like 5 times in the run-up to this fucking match. Basically, I think the story going forward was that Titus Worldwide, which is Titus O'Neil and Apollo, because he doesn't have a last name anymore.
Oh god, I forgot all about that. I was like, say Cruz! Say Cruz!
No, Apollo. Singular.
Planet? What's up? He's not a spaceship. Like what? He's a man. He's a human being. What the hell? He's not Apollo 13, you big idiot. His career might as well be.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't even say anything controversial here. Fucking Christ. Okay, as far as names go, it's not that bad. Apollo, that's cool. Titus and Apollo. Sound like Greek gods or some shit. Not Greek, probably someone in the comments being like, actually, that's Roman or Greek or whatever the fuck it is.
And
Not a mythology
actually,
buff.
Apollo was a TNA wrestler when it first started. I'm just being Keelan because he would probably say something like that.
He fucking would. Yeah, no, alright, cool. Apollo. Wonderful. They lost, of course, because I have a feeling they're gonna have The Bar just with the tag titles for as long as possible. Maybe they'll drop it at Mania once they figure out what the fuck they're doing, but
The Bar.
I don't know. If I had to fantasy book it, I would have them drop it to the Broken Hardys, but that's probably going to be a while away from where we are now. Jeff's
How
not even on
injured is Jeff
TV.
now?
He's close to a return. He might even be back in time for Mania, the dirt sheets say. But, yeah, this match was boring. Don't watch this. It was like 10 minutes of Apollo just being worked on by The Bar, and then, finishing sequence. They lost. Calamity. Night. Whatever, man. It was boring. It was the first boring match of the night. Keep track of how many boring matches there are. There's a few.
At least couldn't they put like the belt on Titus Worldwide and do something with that?
Well, I mean, like, Titus Worldwide I've always been entertained by, because it's just funny to me for some reason. But Titus O'Neil, a man who has had barely any amount of single success in WWE, has taken it upon himself to recruit various wrestlers to try and win big. But yeah, that's never fucking happened at any timeline. So I'm just like, yep, great. All the ironic support coming from me here. But I don't know, like, in terms of tag teams, The Bar is the better tag team. So I'm fine with them holding it. I just wish that they could do something a bit more compelling. Because on, like, SmackDown, and as shit as SmackDown has become lately, at least the tag matches are good. Like, you have the Usos and the New Day and Gable and Benjamin, and you have all those teams, and they're putting on like great matches with amazing storytelling. The bar is just good matches. The only program that they've ever really had in like their most recent run is against Seth Rollins and Friend, be it Dean Ambrose or Jason Jordan.
Or Kurt Angle.
Like, or Kurt. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like they've only ever fought a combination of Seth Rollins and somebody else since August. And the only reason that stopped both times is because Seth's friend has gotten injured.
Just don't
Literally,
be Seth's friend.
Dean, how are you feeling today? I'm out with a rotator cuff. Great. Jason, how are you feeling today? I can't feel my arms. Great. Good job. You go away. I'll just sneak off to the Elimination Chamber for a singles career. Like, fucking... That entire thing has just been a mess, but I'm glad they're finally starting to move on. At least. Even if the match sucked, they're moving forward is good. Let's have a look at the chat.
No.
What are people saying? Voidstorm says, it was a throwaway match, but I don't care. I fucking love them. I love both these teams. Yeah, they're both good. They're both good teams. It's just this one match in particular wasn't the best.
Are they both healed?
No, Titus Worldwide, I think, are faces.
When did that happen?
I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like a magic 8-ball. I can't just tell you when these things happen. All I can tell you is that they've happened.
What's the next match, Sam?
Let's see. We got here Asuka versus Nia Jax. Now, Andrew.
Yes.
Asuka, yeah?
Yep.
Undefeated, yeah?
Yep.
When she was in NXT, do you remember who she fought?
She fought Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
She fought
Ember Moon.
Dana
Brooke.
And Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax, right. To tell you that she's undefeated now probably implies that she beat Nia several times, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the build for this match is Asuka, the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow, has never faced a threat like the irresistible force, Nia Jax.
Well, she has, so I don't know what you're on about.
I mean, it's not that she's faced anyone like Nia before. She has faced Nia before.
Yeah, like, I know they say, she's not like mouse girls, but she has already... She's the same opponent! Like, it's literally the same thing.
Not even in NXT. They had a match on Raw that Asuka won via fucking referee stoppage. On Raw. This year. 2 months' time. Not even. A couple of weeks' time. But no, she's never faced anyone like the irresistible force.
Did she win?
Yeah, with a roll-up. What?
What?
Okay, here's the thing. The match was good. The match was fine. The match itself was okay. But a roll-up? Really? I'm pretty sure Asuka has made Nia tap out before, or has at least won at least twice by referee stoppage. And yet, for some unknown reason, roll-up. A finish reserved for the shit tier in the women's divisions. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Please help me try to understand. What the fuck? You can't do that, right? Because nobody can. What was up with that shit?
Next match, Samuel!
Brilliant. Let's see. Mem Gunter says, Asuka lost a battle royal to Eve Marie one time. Yeah, we know. We know. Yeah, we forget about that, though, because it never went anywhere.
We will never bring that up ever again.
The fans will, and we'll talk about it because we have to talk about what they talk about, otherwise they get mad at us. But we're ignoring that for now. Moving on.
Okay.
We had Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
Great, good input. There's something about these two. And there's something about Mary, but there's something about these two, right?
What is that?
I don't understand how this match sucked. I don't understand how it was so fucking boring.
It's Bray Wyatt.
He's had good matches before.
Yeah, but it's Bray Wyatt.
He's had good matches before, and so has Matt Hardy. So has Broken Matt Hardy, Woken Matt Hardy, whatever the fuck we're calling this gimmick now. That incarnation has had good matches. Why the fuck did this match just suck? Why was it so boring? Why did nothing happen?
Because
Don't fucking say it's Bray Wyatt, because I know you're biased. I know you're biased because you don't like neckbeards.
no, he's
Alright.
just terrible.
I mean, he's not.
I think he is.
No. I mean, he's booked weekly, but not him himself is a good performer.
Our war is not over. Same generic promo. The end.
It's like reasoning with a brick wall, to be honest. Yeah, no, okay, this match sucked, and I don't know why. But Matt Hardy won. So, yay for him. Can we move on now?
Yep.
Here's the thing, right? I have been trying to fantasy book the return of Jeff Hardy whilst all of this has been going on. And because Bray Wyatt feuds tend to last about 5 months longer than they ever should, I've been thinking maybe this feud ends now, and then on Raw, we set up Matt versus Jeff for WrestleMania. Wouldn't that be good?
But
Final Deletion 3. WrestleMania 34.
they're not going to do it.
Why?
Because that would be good, Sam.
They've done good things before.
Yeah, but
Multiple good things before.
they like the two derpy people having a feud, Sam.
Well, I mean, last year was a good example of that. The never-ending feud that was Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt that only ended thanks to meningitis.
Exactly.
No, unlike you, I'm actually optimistic about this, and I hope that they actually go in a direction that's worthwhile with Woken Matt, but at the same time, I don't know. It all depends on what they do. Here's how I'd do it. I mentioned earlier that I'd want to see the Bar versus the Broken Hardys, right? That implies Jeff needs to be Wother Nero or something, right? Because they're not going to call him Brother Nero. He's Wother Nero. Broken,
Right,
Woken,
what does
Brother,
that-
Wother.
What does that mean?
It means that he would eventually get to the point where he's teaming with Matt in a tag team again.
What's a wother? What does that mean?
Oh, fuck it. It's like explaining jokes to a 5-year-old. I would book it so that Matt is in the ring doing his, like, the same promo he does every single week, right? And yeah, Andy loves it because it's funny. But anyway, he'd be in the ring doing the same promo he does week in and week out, and then Jeff makes his return. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's Jeffrey Hardy. He hasn't been seen in a long time. And then Jeff is like, what the fuck, Matt? I thought we were past this. And Matt is like, meh.
Your face. Do that again.
No. So you instead of having like weekly promos in the ring that are boring, they would instead incorporate the Hardy compound, which they can do now because they've hired Jeremy Borash and can maybe put in a good word with creative. So when you do that, you do like a series of creepy, funny, wacky, insano, bizarro vignettes. Maybe bring in Rebby, maybe bring in Maxwell, maybe bring in Senior Benjamin. Maybe do all of that shit. Bring the old gang back together. And then by the time WrestleMania comes in, you have normal Jeff versus Woken Matt. And Matt is like, nah, I will wake you at Wrestle Woken Mania. And they do that. And then
your face when you do that is just amazing.
So you
It needs
have
to be
Jeff lose, and then they team. And then they fight the bar and they win the tag titles and everyone's happy.
Nice.
That's how I would do things.
But
I
they
don't know
won't
about
do
you.
that.
Well, they're not going to do that. Then what do they do, Andy? Tell me. You seem to have all
Bray
the
Wyatt
answers.
versus
You
Matt
seem to know
Hardy
what
at
Vince
Wrestle-
McMahon had for breakfast this morning. Please tell me.
It's Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, and they're gonna have the weird projections, and hopefully Vanguard 1 turns up. Imagine if Vanguard 1 turns up, and Matt uses him as a weapon. Hello, listen to me.
What?
Next match, Sam.
Okay, so it was the main event. It was the men's elimination chamber featuring 7 men for the first time in history.
How did it work then? Was there
So-
3 people at the start?
It was 3 people at the start. You had Elias in the start. He was doing his guitar, and everyone was loving it. I popped hard. And he goes in his pod. Braun Strowman comes out, goes in his pod. Roman comes out, goes in his pod. And then John Cena comes out, goes in his pod. So already you have the most predictable series of pod exits ever imagined by man. Because Elias was guaranteed the last entry into the match by pinning John Cena on Raw. Braun Strowman, the Monster Man, is going to come out second to last because he's the Monster Man. Roman Reigns is the eventual winner that we all knew going in. He's going to come out before Strowman, and that leaves Cena to come out. So that means starting the match, you had Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and The Miz, who, by the way, I say it every week. Well, I don't say it every week, I think it every week, but I'm saying it again. He's great. The Miz is one of my favorite performers in the company at the moment. And this justified it. He comes out, he starts doing goofy taunts in front of the pods. It's funny, it's hilarious. The way he works with Balor and Rollins is great. I hope they have a triple threat at Mania for the IC title. It's all good. But here's the thing. We all knew going into this Roman would win, yeah?
Yeah.
It was all but confirmed ever since last year, practically, but let's be honest with ourselves here. We all love Braun more.
Exactly. Braun is the best.
That's the problem. Because, I don't know if anyone didn't know, but Braun Strowman eliminated every single participant in the chamber apart from eventual winner Roman Reigns. All with power slams or running power slams or some shit. Literally, John Cena tries to do a crossbody. Ron picks him up, power slams and clean pin, 1, 2, 3. Cena becomes Old Man Logan in the process. That's how insane it is. He just power slams people and bam, they're dead. But in the match, before anyone was even eliminated, I think, they all hit their finishers on Braun. But they don't go to pin him.
What
No,
do they do?
they all go to pin him. Like, literally all of them, all 4 of them, go to pin him. And then he breaks out like, bruh, like the Hulk. They all go flying everywhere because it's hardy comedy spot. And then there's several points in the match where you think, oh, Braun could be eliminated right here. No, he's not. He's just gonna eliminate everybody else because fuck it, right? People love Braun. They love seeing him destroy people. But then that creates a problem that, hey, Roman Reigns just Superman punched him a couple of times and then speared him twice, and then bam, he's eliminated. Roman wins. Duh. Like, okay. I'm happy with Roman winning.
Do you? I need to address something right now.
Okay, here we go.
There is a rumor flying around, Samuel,
What is that?
which may affect what you were going to say. Saying, well, Braun is over, and Braun is genuinely, really good. People just don't want to see the same old crap. Guess who didn't show up on Raw? This would help if you listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Bork didn't show up on Raw.
Bork didn't show up.
Despite
Now-
being advertised to.
Yeah. So the big rumor right now is that instead of having against The Miz, they may insert into the match.
So it'll be
Yeah.
a freeway.
Or they may just, if Brock doesn't show up again, I think Dave Meltzer was saying along the lines of Brock would be out of the match, and we would have a vacant Universal Championship, and it'd be Braun against Roman at WrestleMania.
I've heard differently.
Okay, I may have read this a while ago.
I've heard that because there's a steroid scandal brewing with Roman Reigns underneath that floorboard, he would be suspended, and then Braun would fill in as the challenger instead of having a vacant situation. But hey, that's just me. That's just what I've heard. And that's just you. That's just what you've heard.
Then maybe, who knows what will happen.
I'm going to take an educated guess and say neither of those things, and it's just going to be Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar goes away from WWE and goes back to UFC.
Because he has met with Dana White. Like, everything in that promo on Raw is true. Like, Dana posted a picture of meeting Brock.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Okay.
I want to go back to the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Roman wins. I'm happy with it.
I'm not. But
I'm happy that we're getting. I'm happy that we're getting Reigns versus Lesnar in the main event at Mania.
I'm not, but I knew it was going to happen.
Okay, please explain why.
I knew it was going to happen.
I'm here for a civil debate. I'm here to
Yes.
work out why you irrationally hate Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, because ever since this idea has been brewing, we've been having to put up with Andy going, ugh, every single time.
I knew it was going to happen, so I'm just dealing with it. I'm dealing with it like.
But why do you need to deal with it? Why is it a bad thing?
It's just terrible. I don't.
Why? You're
It's
not
the
explaining
same
why.
thing all the time.
No, it's not.
Roman's in the main event every year, and no
So?
one wants him there.
I want him there.
Brock is terrible. Roman is terrible. This is terrible.
Roman's not terrible.
I don't want to see a tug of war over the belt again, just like Bullet Club versus the Shield says in the chat. I don't want to see any of this. I don't
That
care.
was 4 years ago.
Who cares? Nothing has changed. It's the same
Everything's
crap.
changed. No, it's not.
Roman hasn't changed.
Yes,
You
he
kidding?
has.
How?
He's a better wrestler and he's better on the mic.
Is he?
Yes.
Calling someone
you
a bitch
kidding?
doesn't make you brilliant on the mic.
No, fuck off, right? His promos are better.
Yes, granted, that promo was very good, but
No,
it's-
most of his promos that he's doing now are better than they ever were back then. In the ring, he's better than he was back then. And you can pretend, and you can complain that you didn't like the main event of Mania 31, where it was him versus Lesnar, and then Rollins came in at the end. At the time, that match was praised. People liked that match. What I don't understand now is that just
Brock
because
smashed
it's
his head on the ring
Roman,
post,
I don't give a fuck.
bled
Just
like
because it's Roman, and just because it's Brock, and just because it's the main event, people seem to be irrationally hating this idea. I don't understand why. It was a good match last time. Roman has improved since then. 4 or 3 years ago, however long ago it was, a long time ago. He's better. Brock's going out. Roman will be a full-time champion. People will get fair opportunities at that belt. There will be better feuds. There will be more concurrent matches on Raw and pay-per-views for that championship. Things will matter once again. Remember at the end of Year Awards, I made the prediction that Samoa Joe would become World Heavyweight Champion at some point last year? You know why that didn't happen? Because they had to keep it on Lesnar until he fights Reigns again. For the past year, the past literal year, Raw has been under the thumb of Brock Lesnar and the Universal Championship, right? Because they have to give it to Reigns. Now, that's not a problem you can blame Reigns for. You blame Vince for that. You blame Vince for not doing it sooner. Okay? You have Brock there, you have him with the belt, he can't lose to anybody, so he goes through Joe, he goes through Braun, he goes through everybody, he even goes through Roman at one point. He just goes through everybody like it doesn't matter, because oh wait, it doesn't, until we get to this point where we can finally get to see some progression and difference with the storylines and the feuds and the matches. Roman's a great performer, even better than Brock, I would dare say. Because Brock is a one-trick pony.
Oh, yeah,
Suplexes,
yeah,
UFC, all of that shit. It's all of the same. Let me finish. Let me finish. Roman will be a better champion than Brock ever will be. And yes, you can make the argument that, oh, Roman will be just as protected as Brock. Fuck off, no. Roman has taken several clean losses on pay-per-views without any hint of a championship opportunity for the majority of last year. Everything will be fine. It will
But-
be better with Roman. I don't understand why people are hating this idea just because, oh, it's the fourth time he's in the main event. Oh, no one else had that. Is he not deserving? Does he not put in the effort? Does he not put in the work rate? He's improved a hell of a lot. Why doesn't he deserve any of this? Ran
No,
over. You can.
it's sort of this. It's kind of the same thing. Like, I kind of we've seen it before, and it's not like the level of. It's not exactly a Rock Austin. So, it's what are you doing?
Opening my window because I'm hot. When I get angry, I get hot.
Now, what they're doing is clever. What they're doing is quite clever. So, getting Roman to say all those things is quite clever. Like saying that Brock is a part-timer, he doesn't care. He was in the photo with Dana White. That's all clever stuff, and making people like Roman. It may work, but here's my issue. There is a man, and there is a big man. He is very big, and he flips things over.
I get it. You think Braun's better, but
He
what I'm
is.
saying,
He's
I
more
know.
over than Roman.
I know
just
he's more
is.
over.
But
I know he's
this
more
is
over
the
than
guy. Wait, hey, you had your piece. Here's mine. So, I would say that either they're on an equal playing field or they are Braun is better, because here's a guy who Vince McMahon, in theory, should be like creaming himself over. Like literally, he has tall, he has overness. He's perfect. He could destroy Brock Lesnar, and then Braun looks amazing. Then all right, then you want Roman to have the title? Fine, beat him eventually. But let this guy, who quite frankly has gone from being a crappy member of the Wyatt family to being the most over thing they have right now, is a bloody achievement in its own right. Give him the belt. Give him the title. If you want to say that everybody screw the part-timers, this is how you get over. Do it this way. Ta-da! That's what you do. That's what you do. Is it snowing again, Sam?
Yeah, it's snow on my hand. I just
Right.
shoved it.
So
out
what
the
do you,
window.
okay. Stop
Oh,
with
my
the
hand's
snow.
wet now.
Is it
Oh
snowing
God,
again?
what do I do? What do I do? My hand's wet. What do I do?
Oh God, Sam, it's snowing. Oh God, no, we're gonna die. Anyway, so the point is,
I wiped it off my hand. It's all good now.
wonderful. What do
Okay,
you think
okay,
about
yeah,
that?
okay. Your point is that Braun deserves it.
Yes.
I'm not arguing that he doesn't. What I'm saying is Vince likes Roman.
Yeah, but the problem is they booked this. This is the other thing. They've basically booked this a year in advance, predictably. It's so predictable, right? But other variables have happened throughout the year, such as Braun Strowman. So it's like saying at WrestleMania, I don't know, 17, we're not gonna have, I don't know, The Rock and Billy. No, here's what. Okay, this is it. WrestleMania 17. It's gonna be 15. That's the number I'm looking for. 15. It's gonna be Billy Gunn versus The Rock. What do you mean Stone Cold's over? Screw that. We'll stick Billy Gunn in there. Like what? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make
Saying
sense.
that Billy Gunn is on the same level as Roman Reigns.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Okay, not Billy Gunn. Bad example. But my point is that you go with what is hot at the time. That's the point. You want people to watch this thing, buy the network. Why are you doing idiotic things? Stupid.
But the reason
things.
these people are hot at the time is because either they're booked amazingly like Braun, or they're flash in the pan memes like Rusev or Luke Harper.
Yeah,
and
but
guess what? They never go anywhere.
But you just proved my point. You just said they were booked well, so that's why they're in the main event of Mania. Braun is booked well. Why is he not in the main event of Mania?
Because Roman is. You get what you're saying? It makes sense.
What you
It's
just
just
said
what Vince
literally made no
wants.
sense. You just said, and I quote, because they were booked well, so they were in the main event of Mania.
No,
Why
I
is-
said
why
I
then?
said
Okay.
Braun. I said Braun is over because he's booked well. That's
So
what I
why is he
said.
not in the main event of Mania?
Because being in the main event of Mania doesn't mean shit when
Why
it comes
book
to
him
being
really
over.
well then? What's the point?
Oh yeah, what's the point of booking anybody on that entire roster well if they're not going to be one of the 2 people in the main event of a WrestleMania? What's your
But
point?
it's more over. I would argue Braun is more over than Roman.
Well, yeah, Braun is one of the most over people in the company, but you're equating being over to what Vince wants to see in his own product.
Is wrestling! This is the point. Like, what the hell is the point? What is the point in pushing somebody if you're not going to do anything about it? It's bloody pointless. What is the point, Sam?
So say that I'm writing a story. Say that I'm writing a storybook.
God,
Hear me
it's
out.
not the same. You
Hear me
complain
out.
about my McDonald's analogy. This is
Hear me
crap.
out. Hear me out. You've not heard it. Hear me out. Say I'm writing a story. And of all these well-written characters, all of these brilliant characters,
Right.
I like one character. I like Barty McGee. I think Barty McGee is the best character in this book that I'm writing. Okay? But there's a second character in this called Pud Nelson.
These are some of the best names I need to create in Brawl.
I know, right? You really like Pud Nelson, all right? You think Pud Nelson is one of the best written characters in my book, right? But he's not the main character. I'm writing the book. I'm going to write the book how I want. It's good that you really, really like Pud Nelson.
That's a book!
And it's good that you're reading this book and you're going to read it anyway, despite the fact that Barty McGee is going to be the winner at the end of this book. You're going to keep reading. You're going to keep reading my books anyway as soon as they come out. So it's like,
But
it's about
that's-
what I want, the writer of the book. It's about what Vince wants, the booker of the promotion.
Yeah, but the problem is...
Let's compare it to New Japan.
Oh, goody.
I think that thing you've been watching
I have.
lately
I
and you
saw
know
Ronda
all
Rousey,
about.
which was a New Japan event. Shut up.
All right, so you all love New Japan, right? And you love, you
Yes.
know, all of the intricacies and all of the stories in there, right? Okay.
Most
Wrestle
of-
Kingdom 12.
Yes.
Kazuchika Okada, IWGP Heavyweight Champion, over 500 days, longest reigning of all time, a modern-day Ric Flair. Versus Tetsuya Naito,
Who should have won that match?
a man who is more over than Okada. Both phenomenal wrestlers. Both amazing talents. Everyone, including me, the Naito mark, thought Naito was going to win. But no, surprisingly, Okada pulled out a victory and became even more legendary than he has ever been before. What happens to Naito? He's still over. He's still fine. Nothing has changed. If anything, we're getting a wider variety of better matches. And both are fine.
But are the audiences, like, different in the sense that, like...
It's still wrestling. It's the same analogy.
Yeah,
Just
but,
because
like,
Roman is in the main event, and just because he's fighting Lesnar, and just because there are your favorites that you think are more deserving because they're your favorites.
No, it's not just because they're my favourites. It's because they're more over. They've had a far... Okay, if WrestleMania is supposed to be the culmination of a year's worth of pushing and storylines and stuff like that, then Braun is the guy, not Roman. Roman's been injured. He had, like, meningitis or something at one point. Like, he's not as good.
He's still good though.
God damn it! Why would
You're just discounting Roman in favor of Braun like Roman is jack shit. He's not. He's
I'm
really
not
good.
saying he is. At no point in this conversation did I say he's crap. Okay, I did, but not. God damn it! I changed my tune. But wait. Roman is here. Braun is here. End of story. That's that. This is it. This Braun is... Oh, at least put him in the match to make it seem a bit different than previous years. Please.
So then Braun just loses the match.
No, Braun wins.
No, Roman wins and it'll be better for it.
Or Roman wins, Braun destroys Lesnar, Lesnar goes away.
I mean, Lesnar's going away anyway.
Yeah, but then you have, like, Braun, like, destroy...
I mean, you're forgetting the time that Braun fought Lesnar at No Mercy,
Yeah, you
and it
just looked
was
at the chat,
shit.
damn it. You just look...
Yeah, Alex King says, if Braun didn't already face Brock Lesnar at No Mercy, I would agree with Andy. Yeah, that match was shit. The match was awful. So I don't
He's
know
improved.
what you're expecting. It's not. No, he hasn't. He's not changed at all since then. He's been doing the same thing week in and week out. Is he not changed? Fuck off. What's changed about him?
That's like saying what's changed with Roman.
Over the course of 3 fucking years rather than 5
I'm
months.
talking about over the course of the whole year, because that's the point of WrestleMania. It's
No.
a culmination. That's
No.
John Cena's wording himself. It's a culmination of a year's worth of story.
John Cena said it, therefore it's true.
No, no.
Wolfie says Brock really tries with some guys, and with other guys, he's lazy as shit.
And also punches them around the face when they accidentally knee him in the head.
Yeah, I want to see that in the main event of WrestleMania. Wouldn't that be great? No, I want to see a great match between Roman and Brock, which is going to happen because their first match 3 years ago was so good, and now it's going to be even better. I don't get what the issue is. Just get over it. Just get over it.
No, Braun! Damn it, Braun!
Braun will win it from Roman at some point.
WrestleMania, Braun!
Doesn't matter if it's at Mania. You still love it when he wins.
Braun-a-mania!
No. No, damn it. It's about what I want.
I don't care what you want. Go do the XFL.
No, damn it.
Well,
Paul,
you will. You
run
say you won't.
205
You will.
Live.
We want football, even though you don't really use your foot. But we'll get.
This is a football. This is the advert for 2K18.
this is an XFL. Like, I'm telling you, he's going to turn up and he's going to do that. He can't resist it. He's going to turn up and he'll be like, "This is the XFL," and he's just going to be. Everyone's like, "God, not this again, please." Telling you. Wolfie, the Bloodhound in the chat, says wrestling can't always be unpredictable. Wrong, but make peace with it. Reigns was earmarked for this for 3 years. It's almost as if things change and doing this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, let's just change everything on a whim just because people cheer one guy really hard for about a week. And they cheer another guy really hard over the next week.
This hasn't been a week. This has been the course of like 9 months.
A microcosm in WWE.
Oh, for goodness sake. As Vince shifts his focus to the XFL, things will change. By that point, Braun may no longer be over because people give up. That's what happens.
If they keep booking him the way they do now, he'll never get anywhere, right? No one will clamor to see him in the main event anymore.
Look.
Yeah, it's almost as if they keep booking him well outside of a title picture. They'll never get bored. It's almost as if they know how to run a fucking wrestling company. Instead of, oh, this guy's really hot right now, put the title on him. No, think of a bigger picture. You don't run a wrestling company. You barely pay attention to our wrestling company.
Hey, Derek is the best. And we'll be making his return.
So with that, okay. Alex King says, which is worse, Raw 2016, 205 Live 2017, or SmackDown Live 2018? SmackDown Live 2018. I don't care what anyone says, it's awful.
What?
It's absolutely fucking awful, alright?
You didn't even know 205 Live existed last year. You forgot it was a thing.
SmackDown was at one point better than Raw. Now, it has the same fucking multi-women matches on SmackDown. Riot Squad member versus Charlotte, Becky, or Naomi. Week in, week out, all the fucking time. Multi-man matches in the main event because they're uninspired and lazy with their booking. The whole fucking boring storyline of Shane and Daniel being at odds with each other, are they even on the same page, but I feel like it's been going on since I've been 5. And just shitty fucking graphics on the screen with emojis because Road Dogg is hip to the youth. And no Rusev.
Okay, yeah, that's...
My prediction at the end of year is almost coming true. I said nothing would happen with Rusev, despite how over he is, and look at what's happening. Because he's not been booked on the show. Wonder why. No one knows fucking why. It makes no sense.
Because it's not Rusev Day?
Fuck it. Yeah, SmackDown is awful. Absolutely fucking awful. The only good thing about it are the tag team matches. And even then, it's the same series of matches. So that in itself is still a problem.
Well, there's something
205 Live has always had good wrestlers. 205 Live has always had good character development. It's just no one watches it. In 2016 Raw, I don't even remember 2016 Raw, so who cares, right? What are people saying? Woofy says, SmackDown nowadays. How is it so terrible? Usos versus New Day again? Why the recycling? Voidstorm says, we don't talk about SmackDown. I don't want to be sad.
that.
Stuffy Hayek says, Derek is Andy's Roman Reigns for Vince.
Oh my
yeah.
God. How you know Roman Reigns? You know what? Actually, you know what? Yeah. Roman Reigns is the equivalent of Derek. I'm happy with that.
The other way around.
Roman
Derek
Reigns
is the equivalent of Roman
is the
Reigns.
equivalent of Derek.
No, the other way around.
That is how it works.
No. You saw how Vince treats Roman and you were like, I must create my own thing
No,
to
no,
push
no,
down
no,
everybody's
no,
throats
no,
and
no.
win all the
Derek
belts.
is more talented.
No, he's not real.
His rubber duck is amazing.
That he can't have anymore.
He can. I gave him a haircut.
Oh, shit.
That game is so bad. I couldn't give a character a rubber duck around his waist because of his hair. How does that make sense, Sam?
Alex King says, because every episode feels the same. I don't even care about Styles vs. Nakamura anymore.
Hey, hang on. Love the phone. Chill out with that, yeah? Jesus. If you keep saying stuff like that, they're not going to do it. So just hang about. Chill.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Hang on. Hold the phone. Wait about. Stop. That was the most British thing we've ever done on the show.
So yeah, that match is going to be one of the fucking highlights on that WrestleMania. And WrestleMania is already looking fucking stacked, all right? We forgot to talk about the Ronda Rousey segment at Chamber because it wasn't on Wikipedia. Yeah, Ronda Rousey put Triple H through a table, and they are building towards Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus and Steph McMahon at WrestleMania.
I think that will be a good kind of match.
We talked...
I like Ronda. I like Ronda being booked as like the female Stone Cold.
Okay, a couple of things here. Number one, remember when I was in City Hall and we did that episode of a show in Keelan's bedroom with Keelan?
Oh yes.
And the main like talking point of that episode was Kurt Angle potentially fighting Triple H at WrestleMania, and we all hated the idea.
It's a tag match, so it's not so bad.
One, it's a tag match because it's not so bad. Two, it's got a storyline that's been being built since Survivor Series, despite being forgotten about towards the end of last year.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey's there. We could never have predicted that last year. So, okay, that match is happening. Okay. I've said my bits about Ronda. I've said that, you know, despite everything, despite all of the mocking she gets on social media, I want her to do well.
Yeah.
And I want her to be good in the ring. I want her to be a good wrestler. I want her to be an interesting character. I want her to do something that she enjoys without being ridiculed based on her prior career. I've said all of that. But even you have to admit, Andy, at Elimination Chamber, that first bit of the contract signing when she was on the mic was fucking awful.
I only saw her get Triple H through a table.
It was really bad. Her mic skills are really not good.
It comes with time. Because I thought the promo on Raw was a lot better. Where she was like, you need to apologize or I'm going to rip your fucking arm off.
Yeah, that was good. That was
good.
Here's how the segment at Elimination Chamber worked. It was split into two halves, basically. The first half was Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Steph all out in the ring in front of a table with a contract, and they're all like, women, Ronda Rousey. And then she comes out, like, all smiling, all happy, hair down,
I hate
pretty.
that. Like, when that happened at the Rumble, I was like, you need to square up against Asuka and be, like, angry. Stop being happy. Stop.
I'm Ronda Rousey and I'm gonna point at the sign.
I'm so happy.
It's really awkward. I'm pointing at the sign.
I don't give a damn about my bad happiness. Like stupid. So the thing is, right? So
but yeah, basically her hair down, coming out, high-fiving everybody, and it's like that's good, but it's not what I think Ronda Rousey is.
No,
I
don't.
When I think Ronda Rousey, I've never seen any of her UFC fights while that's a lie. I've seen GIFs on Reddit because that's the length of her fights usually. She seems like a no-nonsense, hard-hitter, square-em-up bitch.
Yeah,
to be
that's
frank.
what I'm saying. Like that's what I think of. And then when she came out on Raw and had the hair up and looked like she was gonna smack her, basically, like I thought, all right, great, this is perfect. This is what you need to do to begin with. Yeah, this is what they needed to begin with.
Yeah,
So,
at the chamber, she was given a microphone, and then she did the thing that I hate when people like use microphones and talk into them, is that they don't know how to do it.
but that's her first promo she's ever had. Like, that's not exactly fair. I guarantee I'd be like, hello! Like, I'd act like a complete idiot, and that's going to be on the
However, Ronda Rousey, for the past 4 years, has been a media personality.
Yeah, but there's a
It's done,
difference
like,
between cutting
interviews
wrestling
and-
promo and...
No, it's not about cutting a promo, it's about using the mic and talking into it properly.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, she did the thing that Dixie Carter always did in TNA, where she like was talking away from the mic so you could only slightly hear her, and was just like really stuttery and really like just monotonous. And it's like, you wouldn't think she was an actress doing movies or anything like that. And I know it's not wrestling promos, but the skills carry over.
Yeah, but...
It was
no.
just not, it was just awful. And I feel like you're making excuses for her just because she's one of your bays, all right?
No,
just
it's because...
based up to the fact that she's not good on the mic.
She
And
is.
yes, she can evolve over time.
She was a lot better. She was good on Raw, so I don't understand what your problem is.
My problem is that the way they're presenting her is like smiley, happy to be here, Ronda
Yeah,
Rousey,
that's-
my best
that's-
friend.
It's not her
Is
fault.
shit.
The booking as usual.
I'm not blaming her for it. I'm blaming whoever books her that way.
Don't let her talk anymore. Just destroy things.
No, she can talk, just not in like the I'm so happy to be here. I want to be treated like everybody else. It's not like that
It should
shit.
have been like... Well, the thing is, the only way that you could get the Ronda where it's like hair up and mean mugging people is you have to have some sort of conflict. You have to go Steph going, oh, we're so happy for you to be here because, you know, you lost your last 2 fights and all that. And she'd be like, what? I mean, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. No,
No, it was like drunk uncle at a wedding, Kurt Angle, just being like, "Hey, Steph,
Yeah,
did
that
you
was stupid.
say that at WrestleMania 21, I mean 31, you had it in the armbar, and
Oh, I hate Kurt
you
Angle.
called her a bitch." Huh?
Oh, I really don't like Kurt Angle anymore. He's being booked like a tool. But that aside, what they should have done was they should have said, Steph should have said, we're so glad to have you here in the WWE. You know, your UFC career ended really bad, getting head kicked to hell. And then Ronda would be like, what? And he'd be like, no, I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't, no, don't throw my husband through a table. Oh God. That's what should have happened. No, I was so happy to be here. Like, they do that to everyone. Stop. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Listen to me. Oh, you're being a complete jagweed, and you need to stop this right now.
Sorry, are you done fawning over your girlfriend?
No, I'm saying that they should have booked that better. And they could have. So if you actually were listening to what I'm saying, that's how you could have done it.
Do you blame me? It's really difficult.
You have a plaster on your face.
Because I cut myself shaving.
You look like Nelly.
You look like a 12-year-old.
It's hot in here. So anyway, the point is, I thought the Raw segment was far better. Like, that's the Ronda Rousey that you know, right?
From what limited I've seen, yeah. That was good.
No, that's what they need to do. They need to do that.
But will they?
I hope so.
Brilliant. So, okay, WrestleMania so far, we've got that multi-person match, and it's probably going to be good. You got Roman vs. Brock in the main event, which will be fine. Calm down. What The Miz is doing seems to be a bit up in the air.
Yeah,
I'm personally holding out hope for a triple threat with Balor and Rollins. And then maybe Balor wins the title. I don't know, just so it shuts people up on Twitter. But Yeah, I feel like that would be good. We don't know who Asuka's facing. Assumedly, it's Bliss. But then there's rumblings, but it might be Charlotte. I feel like we're not going to know until after Fastlane, where
Yeah.
Ruby Riott is scheduled to face Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I hear about this. It's like, okay, with the men, you had the option of which champion you'd fight immediately. The night of, fucking Nakamura was like, I will fight AJ. And that was good. Everyone exploded. Everyone loved that idea.
In their pants.
With Asuka, still hasn't decided.
It's like they don't know what they're doing.
It's been a month.
Like they don't know.
What the fuck are you doing? We don't know. Yeah. Is she gonna be at Mania? Yeah.
Probably.
Have you decided? What I want is Asuka vs Bliss. And
That'd be
then do whatever the fuck you do with SmackDown. Multi-women match, brother, because that's all they fucking do, it seems.
Brother.
Even have an erection for multi-women matches.
Why is
The
Hogan?
more women, the better. Oh.
What? Wait, why? I'm confused.
You're telling me? I don't know why they can't just have a singles women's match, but
I meant, why did you say brother? Anyway, move on.
what else are we getting? Tag match. Usos hopefully are on the main show because, as they pointed out on SmackDown, they've never been on the main show of a WrestleMania before. Only the kickoffs and dark matches. They've been there since 2009.
That's pretty sad.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Maybe
Maybe
book
do
them
that?
to open the show.
Maybe do
That
that.
would
Hey.
be good while they're over.
I bet they won't, because that's what they
Probably.
do now.
Let's read the chat. Alex King says, remember when Alexa Bliss confronted Kurt Angle about being a sexist? Of course, it was Kurt in that position, not Stephanie. And that was just a heel thing. That was just a heel promo of her trying to be a heel, trying to weasel her way out, defending the championship because that's what character she is. People are reading way too much into that entire thing. It's just a buzzword, people. It's just a cute little thing they did try and get her heat, which is never going to happen because no one will ever boo Alexa Bliss for whatever reason. No matter what she does, you can come out and punt a Make-A-Wish kid and people would be like, yes, mama, slap me in the face. Like, there's no reason for her to be booed. I don't get why.
What did you just say?
You know what I'm on about. Are you ever going to boo Alexa Bliss?
Yes.
Oh, really? You go
Yes.
to a live show and you see her, you're going to be like, boo! I don't like you. Even though I call you Bay every week.
I
Boo!
don't do that at all.
I bet Kim would love to know that story.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Super Chasney198 says, Andy looking hot as ever.
Of course, as ever.
Hi, Kim. Good to see you have an alternate
That's
account.
not Kim! That's not like a fake account you came up with!
Woofy says, I do like how face Alexa from Mixed Match is not canon. Yeah, have you been watching any of the Mixed Match?
I saw the weird love story that Braun and Alex are having. Like they were going like, we're gonna go all the way, and it was like, woo, that means
In
sex.
this
Like,
tournament.
oh,
What she
and
said.
Braun's just like, whoops,
You're kind of cute.
you're kind of cute too.
I should be in the main event of WrestleMania, apparently. Oh, you look kind of cute.
Shut up! It's not canon. So the point is,
Super Chasney198 says, I'm not Kim, I'm a 45-year-old man. Okay, we can all have an intricate backstory. I'm Diego Sanchez. I come from the hills of Morocco.
that was a UFC fighter.
Diego Sanchez.
Yes.
It's just a name I made up on the spot.
Cool.
Okay, cool. What else is happening at Mania? I cannot remember, but Cena versus Undertaker, which we talked about at the top of the show. Could be good, could be bad. Depends how they go with it. Depends what they do with it. But no, we got to deal with a clusterfuck of a six-pack challenge and the main event of Fastlane. I love multi-man matches for the WWE Championship. It's amazing.
They're the best.
It's not been a singles match for that belt all of this year. The fuck are you doing?
Because they're saving it for Nakamura and AJ.
Can we get there now? Are we there yet?
It's possibly great.
When do we get
In
to the
the
fireworks
Fastlane.
factory?
Fast lane. Gotta go faster. Faster. Gotta go broom broom in a big car. Beep beep. Where's my car? Know what I mean? Anywho, I don't know what the theme song is for Fast Lane. I just came up with it. Vince pay me. This has been a special live Suplah that's no longer special because we seem to do them every week now.
Fuck it.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, which I will update one day.
I remember when I used to say that.
Find us on Twitter. Put in the Suplah. You will find us. Go to redbubble.com/people/the Suplah. You will find shirts and other stickers and crap you can buy with my face on it. Go
all
ahead.
of our crap, all of our shit, all of our rubbish.
Buy it. What else is there? We have a gaming channel. If you don't like pro wrestling and you like computer games, we play those. Go there. You can go back and watch how Derek was born. Do the crow noise, says Stusty Haku. Ha! Also, what?
Cheap pop.
Exactly, that's what I do. Also, we will be doing Suplah Lane. Fast Suplah. I don't know, what are we calling it?
Soup lane.
With the Suplah Lane. We'll do that. I nearly said Soup Lane. What am I on about? We'll do that when that's on. Don't know when that is.
Mother Sunday.
Cool. I have been Andy.